What's going on, guys? This is Almost Expert Wrestling, and tonight we are talking about Monday Night Raw from tonight. Of course, many things happened. It was in my opinion, a historic Raw. It was very good. Lots of things to get to with Kyle, and we're going to talk about that now. And of course, one of the biggest things of the night happened tonight. Brock Lesnar made his return to the WWE when he was announced as the opponent for John Cena at WWE SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's a mouthful. And it was a big moment either way, even though almost everybody knew it was happening. Pretty much everybody, except for people who don't read the dirt sheets, unfortunately for them. And it was a big moment. Paul Heyman did an epic promo before Lesnar came out, mentioning Plan C, and then once Paul Heyman closed Raw, pretty much talking for about 10 minutes, which it was worth the 10 minutes, always. And what's your take on this, Kyle?
Oh yeah, of course, Brock Lesnar returned to WWE television tonight by coming out after Triple H announces who would be challenging for the championship. Of course, Randy Orton came out at first, got attacked by Reigns and all, and they went to the back, and then there comes Paul Heyman with no entrance music or nothing, just appears on the stage, looking like a fatty. I'm just kidding, he looks nice. But, yeah, here comes Paul Heyman out to say, Plan C, is going to happen. Like, he said it to Triple H, really polite, actually. Like, alright, none of your guys are going to be able to do it. Here's my guy, Brock Lesnar, welcome back. Conquered the streak of WrestleMania, so here out comes Brock Lesnar. And then pretty much John Cena versus Brock's announced at SummerSlam. I'm really looking forward to the match. I think it'll be great. They had a couple of good matches way back in the day, back in like 2003, 2004, that kind of time. And then, of course, 2 years ago, at Extreme Rules match. So they know how to work with each other pretty good. Lesnar, of course, had a great performance at SummerSlam last year. Year before, he did well. Triple H in 2012, CM Punk last year, so this year, John Cena. I'm looking forward to seeing what Brock does, and I don't know who's going to win. We'll get on to that in a couple weeks, heading towards SummerSlam, but I'm definitely looking forward to this year's main event of SummerSlam, so there you have it.
Yeah, hopefully there's a stipulation of some sort, just like the Extreme Rules a couple years ago. I love stipulations. If you follow my tweets at Almost Wrestling, you would know that I'm a big ECW guy. I love stipulations, and I can't wait. It's obviously going to be the main event, and hopefully Brock can stick around. Whether he wins or loses, hopefully he sticks around, because I really like him as a wrestler. I don't like how he's a part-timer. So let's move on. And up next, we're talking about Cesaro, and tonight was a big night for him. He made a great business decision, even though I'm a Paul Heyman guy, made a great business decision in not making himself a Paul Heyman guy no longer. What's your take on this, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm excited, obviously. Yeah, we called it on the prediction show a couple of hours ago that Cesaro will get away from Heyman. I thought he was going to do it in a different way, but instead he approached Triple H about it pretty cool. He just kind of made his presence felt to Triple H. He was like, I'm not a Heyman guy anymore. I want to be with you, Triple H. I want to be a Triple H guy. I want to be part of the Authority. And he put on a really, really good match with Dean Ambrose, who, of course, the Ambrose-Rollins thing is still going on, but it really didn't reach, I would say, its peak tonight, or really, I don't know the word for it, but really didn't elevate as a feud tonight. But nonetheless, Cesaro had a really, really solid, well-worked bout with Ambrose. I mean, of course, it ended after DQ, and Ambrose kind of was on top after the match. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what Cesaro does now. I would really like him to feud with Lesnar. I said that earlier. I really want that to happen, but obviously Lesnar's not going to go down that low. And that's a shame Cesaro's that low right now, that he's just not the guy right now. He hasn't won a match in a while. So I just really want to see Cesaro maybe feud with, I don't know, I would maybe say The Miz, but that would, of course, have to have a face turn. Maybe throw him in a tag team. I don't know at this point. I just really feel like Cesaro does have something to him. I don't know if a Sheamus feud will do. I mean, of course, they feuded before. Maybe he can, I don't know, start teaming up with Swagger again. I'm really not taking that out of my possibilities. I would like to see a Real Americans reunite, but I really don't know. So, what's your take on the whole Cesaro situation? Do you think he's going to get back in a tag team, or what do you think?
Well, right now it's a weird situation for him, and like I said at the beginning of the video, of this part of the video, I like that he's no longer a Heyman guy. I don't think he needs a manager. I think he's gonna do a lot better on his own. Yes, he did pretty good with Zeb Coulter when he's in the Real Americans, and he didn't do that well with Paul Heyman, admittedly. So I don't think he needs a manager at this point. I don't want to see him in a tag team. I want him to be a singles competitor from here on out. He's going to reach his full potential, which he was meant to be a singles competitor, in my opinion. He can pretty soon. I really hope that we see him fighting for some major championship. I know there's only one major championship at this point, which is kind of dumb. But hopefully he's going to be rising to the top very soon. And he's in a weird spot, like I said. There's no real tag teams to put him in. And like you said, if he battles The Miz for the IC Intercontinental Championship, he would have to turn face, basically, because The Miz is on a roll being a heel. I think that he could turn face. I see that happening, possibly. But I don't really know at this point. We'll have to see what happens to Cesaro in the upcoming weeks. And next, we're talking about the Diva situation. Paige has finally turned heel, and both of us pretty much called it happening. And I didn't know what exactly happened tonight. I kind of had a feeling in the predictions before Raw went on the air, actually during it, because it uploaded late. But let's not talk about that. I think I might have said that Paige would turn heel tonight. I cannot remember exactly. I'm pretty sure I did, because they need build-up for SummerSlam Divas Championship match, and I knew that AJ Lee probably wouldn't turn heel. They're probably going to test her out, obviously now, we know. Test her out being a face. But yeah, they're kind of having good build-up. That was a nice couple minutes after the match. Paige kicking the crap out of AJ Lee, really building towards the Divas match, which WWE never really does. So good job on their part, pretty much. Looking around at all the matches for the card at SummerSlam. But I'm kind of glad that Paige finally turned heel. I've been waiting for it ever since Paige and AJ Lee became frenemies. I was waiting for it. I knew it was going to happen. But I'm glad overall. So, what's your take on this, Kyle?
Oh yeah, I agree with you pretty much. I'm glad that Paige finally turned heel. It brought a new, it brought something to the feud that was needed. Indeed, it was needed because Paige and AJ, they were kind of just feuding, and Paige was kind of just kept getting beat. She lost 2 in a row to her. And then finally tonight, it was shocking. I mean, it was shocking. It happened as a surprise. Paige yanked the hair down of AJ and turned heel. And I think this is good for Paige because in her Divas title reign wasn't terrible. She did defend it on a regular basis. Had a really decent feud going with Alicia Fox. Wasn't great. Wasn't show-stealing matches or nothing, but they had a couple of solid matches. So I really feel like Paige's title run wasn't that bad, but I just feel like it needed something new, and maybe a heel turn will do something more for the Paige overall character. I mean, she really portrayed a fighting champion throughout, like kind of a underdog kind of champion, got dominated for the most of the match and kind of did what Cena does, come back at the end. But now I think that her as a heel is going to be able to do some fun stuff as it. I'm really looking forward to the match at SummerSlam. I mean, this is actually a Diva feud that I actually do enjoy, so I really hope that Paige and AJ can do some stuff in the ring together, some good matches, some good stuff happening. So overall, the heel turn, I give it a really good grade. I like that she turned heel. I like that she turned heel over AJ basically for the reasons that I said before. So definitely I'm looking forward to this match at SummerSlam. Don't know who's going to win. We'll get more into that later, but definitely looking forward to the potential matchup between those two at SummerSlam. So there you have it.
Indeed, the Divas division is really looking up, it looks like, with this feud that's going on. Alright, next we're talking about, of course, after Ryback defeated Kofi Kingston and Big E, of course, Xavier Woods suddenly appeared in the ring. They didn't show him go to the ring. It scared the crap out of me. Suddenly he was in the ring with a microphone talking, and he was saying, like, it's time to now take what's theirs and stuff, and maybe take a stand, all that stuff. And a lot of people saying that this is the second version, I'm saying it is, of the Nation of Domination, of course, the big stable in the Attitude Era. What is your take on this, Kyle? What do you see coming?
Alright, so yeah, a lot of people were mentioning Nation of Domination, whatever. That's something I'm not as familiar about, but I was looking at it a little bit. I was like, okay, so it's Ron. So in the past it was Simmons, and you said The Rock was in it. So a couple of guys, obviously, a group of superstars. So and then this year we had the whole R-Truth or the Xavier Woods situation. So pretty much, like you said, what happened? They had a tag team match. They lost to Ryback. So and then out came Xavier Woods in a very, very nice white suit, looking all spiffy, I must say. Woods was styling. He was looking better than The Miz, and that's shocking. So out came Woods, and I actually like that they could be doing something with these superstars. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Kofi Kingston nor Big E, really not Xavier Woods, but it's something that needs to be done. It's about time we get a couple of new guys coming in, guys that aren't really new. Woods has been around for a while. He was in NXT for a long time, and then Big E, of course, had the Intercontinental title reign, and we all know about Kingston, been around in the WWE forever. Oh my God, I can't believe Kingston's been here for like 7 years now. So then they lost to Ryback, so I must say I'm extremely excited. I was extremely happy that Ryback won. About time. But yeah, now came Woods. He kind of cut a promo saying that it's our time to pretty much shine. We're not going to keep waiting around in WWE and like just get beat all the time, because that's pretty much what these guys do. I mean, they don't get beat all the time, but they're like kind of on and off TV. You kind of see Big E after his title reign. He's kind of been out of WWE TV. He's been on, he had a couple pay-per-view matches, but he lost. So he's kind of hasn't been around much. And then Kingston, throughout his whole career, especially I would say in the last 2 years, maybe a year and a half, he hasn't had a title reign. I don't think he's held any belts in a while, maybe a year. He did lose I think he was the champion before Ambrose. He lost the title, but of course he was the filler champion. And then he has the Intercontinental title reign all the time, but he really hasn't gotten a big feud since the Orton feud like 5 years ago. So Kingston hasn't really reached this top. And then of course Xavier Woods, who just got called up to the roster, been teaming with R-Truth, but has not been on TV at all. So it's pretty cool to get Woods on, because I know Xavier Woods is like a real big part of the WWE YouTube channel thing. He's always on Inbox. He's always doing a lot of stuff. So to make him a huge shifting character, probably it's gonna be interesting. And then I'm pretty much saying that R-Truth will probably end up being in it, since Woods and Truth are buddies. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes. I don't have many predictions on it, because I'm really not sure what's going on right now. I think we'll have to get some storyline stuff going, maybe an attack or something. We'll see what happens. Are they going to be heels or faces? I don't know. But so I know you know a bit more about the Nation of Domination than me, so I'm going to shift it over to you. What do you have to say about Woods, Kingston, and Big E, this group that might be forming?
Well, I'm personally excited about it, and yes, I do know about the Nation of Domination. I'm a big Attitude Era guy, ECW guy, all that stuff. And Nation of Domination were a big stable back in the Attitude Era. They competed with D-Generation X many times when they were a big stable too, not just Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I think that it was a similar situation back then. I think a lot of those guys were kind of mid-carders and not appearing on TV too much, and they just decided to make a stable. The Rock was kind of going up there big, and they all decided to make a big thing, and that's exactly what's happening here. I love it. I'm a big Kofi Kingston fan. I always have. He's very athletic. Big E, I kind of like him too. Xavier Woods, I'm not too sure about. All I know is that he was Consequences Creed in TNA years ago. But I'm excited for it. I think that they're all people that really I think they need a push. A lot of people might disagree with me. I think they need just a little bit of a push. Really make their name out there, because there's no more stables in the WWE except for the Wyatt family, if you count them, since the Shield broke up. And now there's just a couple of tag teams here and there. But a stable is what the WWE really needs. And since the only two stables, if they really make a stable here with Nation Domination 2.0, it would be the Wyatts and them. So who would turn face, the Wyatts or them? I would say the Nation Domination 2.0, because the Wyatts are really good heels, and even though they've been rumored to turn face, I still see them staying heel. If there would be some kind of rivalry, I don't know if there would be, but still, I'm excited for it. They all have some unnoticed talent, and we'll have to see what happens in the coming weeks. Who joins, like you said, R-Truth might, a couple of others, up-and-comers who might want to join too. So we'll have to see very soon. Alrighty, now we're talking about Stephanie McMahon. Of course, today was arrested on Monday Night Raw. We don't see too many people get arrested on WWE TV much anymore. It used to happen in Attitude Era all the time. But this was a very big angle. Of course, if you didn't see it, when it was Nikki Bella versus like the four divas who don't know how to wrestle, all of a sudden, when Nikki made her entrance, of course, Brie was on the side, then Stephanie McMahon had interrupted, and then talked trash to each other, and then Stephanie McMahon slapped Brie Bella in the face. And, of course, later, after Stephanie McMahon announced Flo Rida, suddenly a bunch of, like, well, officers were talking to her and all that. But, yeah, of course, she got arrested. I'm not going to fill up time there. But, definitely a big angle that happened throughout Raw. That's another thing that's happened with the Divas division. It was a big Divas division day for some reason. Still a very good Raw, once again. But that was a very funny thing, and then Triple H making a joke about them riding a Prius or something like that. I forget what it was. But, once again, still a big angle. I personally liked it. Many people were making jokes about Stephanie McMahon when she was being arrested in going to the police car. If you want to see my joke, follow me at Almost Wrestling, of course. And there are many jokes about it. What's your take on this whole arresting situation, Kyle?
Alright, so I really thought it provided, I think it kept the feud going a little bit. Of course, with the whole Daniel Bryan situation still being brought up. I don't know. I like Nikki Bella. I think that week after week of 4-on-1, 5-on-1 matches do get boring a little bit, but I believe that it's fun and it provides it keeps the feud going. But I really don't know what's really going on with the feud right now between Brie Bella and Stephanie. Are they going to lead up to? I'm assuming it's going to be a match at SummerSlam, probably, maybe. I don't know, but I guess they're going to probably lead up to a match. But the whole arresting situation, that was pretty cool, actually. I mean, she slapped her in the face and yeah, assault. Hey, but I actually want to say that was not assault, because didn't Brie Bella take the microphone from her? That is taking... Yeah,
that's stealing. I noticed that too. I was going to tweet something about it.
Right, so she stole the microphone, first of all. I mean, she didn't have to slap. She was just like... I mean, she could have got arrested for taking a microphone, but I think it was cool. I think it provided heat, or I think it actually was a fan pleaser. Hey, you know, Stephanie McMahon's been the biggest biggest heel in WWE. Really, she is a really good heel. She plays a great heel. So, hey, the biggest heel gets arrested. You're really excited. And I don't care that, you know, it was cheesy or whatever to arrest somebody on WWE TV, because you obviously know it's scripted or whatever. But I really think it was cool. I mean, it's happened years. Like you said, it happened in the Attitude Era. Stone Cold got arrested, and people never said anything about it then. So don't say anything about it now, because it's fun. It's cool. It's something that gets the fans excited. I got excited. I was like, oh man, Steph's getting arrested. Cool. I love seeing her in handcuffs, but yeah. So overall, it was a fun act, I guess, and it just got more heat on Stephanie and made Brie Bella and Nikki Bella more popular. So yeah.
Indeed, I thought it was a big
cool.
angle.
Yep.
All right, and up next we are talking about, and this is probably the last part of the video. We're gonna talk about, I should say, what will happen to Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Kane, since they all are out of the title picture at this point, obviously, since Brock Lesnar is now the #1 contender. So, I ask you, Kyle, what do you see happening to them? Do you see them having a feud? Do you see a triple threat match? What do you see happening coming towards SummerSlam?
Well, I think all signs right now are pointing towards a triple threat match between Kane, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns. But I don't know. I really think that all three of them are going to be on the SummerSlam card, probably. Even Kane, man. I think Kane should be main eventing against John Cena, but I'm not going to get too into that. But I really think Kane should be main eventing, okay? I just want to make that clear. But I'm going with Randy Orton versus Kane. I think that they feuded before, but I think that one of them is going to turn face. I don't know. It's so difficult to determine this. I mean, you got these three guys. Randy Orton, who's been stale, I guess people are saying. You know, he's been in the title picture since SummerSlam of last year. So I think people are like, all right, Orton's out. Now what do you do with him? In my opinion, he should take some time off, a couple months after SummerSlam. Maybe put on a really good match with Roman Reigns or Kane or something. Like, just have a match, leave. All right. And then as for Kane, he should be facing Cena, but I'm just kidding. I don't like Kane. I just joke about Kane, but
I thought so. Oh.
I think that Kane should have a part in SummerSlam. I mean, he's still a good character. He still is involved. I don't know. Maybe he'll face Roman Reigns. Maybe it'll be Reigns Kane, or I don't know. And then, of course, you have to include Triple H. Everybody's building up for that huge Triple H versus Roman Reigns match. I don't know. I don't know if Triple H and Roman Reigns are going to fight at SummerSlam, or if they're going to save that for Night of Champions, which many people are saying Reigns and Triple H is going to be a Night of Champions because of the network. That's when everybody's network subscriptions end, and it's time to be renewed. So they're trying to make a huge match there at Night of Champions between them two. So maybe they'll save that for then. But I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to count out maybe Roman Reigns. I want to say maybe go after the Intercontinental United States title, but I don't think they're going to do that to him. So I don't know. I'm stuck right now, so I'm going to shift it right over to you.
All right.
I'm stuck. I don't know what's going to happen at SummerSlam. Do you have any early predictions on these three guys?
Well, I see. Listen to what you're saying. I agree a little bit. I think that Orton and Kane could possibly have a match at SummerSlam. I think that another big possibility, I would love to see a triple threat between all of them, but overall, I don't see just a Randy Orton versus Kane match working, because they're both heels. I don't see Randy Orton turning just yet, because he's the one out of the two that I see turning before the other. But I don't see that just happening. Even though they hate each other, I just see a triple threat, Reigns, Orton, Kane, SummerSlam. Book it. A lot of people, like you said, a lot of people say that at SummerSlam they could have had Roman Reigns versus Triple H, and I don't think that's a good idea, because then, like you said, with the subscriptions with the network, they would need to have. They can't completely stack up the card for one event. Even WrestleMania, they can't do it because they need to keep it going. They can't have all match of the years all in one. They have to spread it out, really, and hope for more buys for the other ones instead of having crappy rivalries going in the other pay-per-views. They need to spread them out. Reigns versus Triple H at Night of Champions in a couple of months makes a lot more sense than SummerSlam, now that I think about it. Basically, I see triple threat, Reigns, Orton, Kane, SummerSlam, Reigns versus Triple H at Night of Champions.
Yep.
Alright, that's the video. Thanks for watching so much. Please like this video. If you agree or disagree with anything that we have to say, voice your opinion below in the comment section, because our motto here at Almost Expert Wrestling is our opinions, your feedback. And you can follow us here at Almost Expert Wrestling on Twitter at Almost Wrestling. Find our website, almostexpertwrestling.weebly.com, for news all week long. And, of course, subscribe for videos all the time. Maybe not daily. We're trying to get to a daily schedule, but we will definitely bring you videos weekly. Definitely. Alright, I'll send it over to Kyle. Tell him about your advertisements.
Yeah, my advertisements. Yeah, my Twitter account is the only advertisement I have. At Kyle Smith. WWE Raw updates, SmackDown updates, pay-per-view updates, all of that good stuff. I do Raw updates sometimes, but Almost Wrestling always takes me over, so I really can't do them because he's always on there. So, yeah, I do have a personal Twitter account. Once again, at Kyle Smith, WWE. And like you said about the schedule, me and him, we will be doing the Raw preview and Raw review every Monday, no matter what. We will be getting both of those done. And as well, we'll always be doing the pay-per-view prediction show. And then during the week, sometimes we'll do just random topics. Like, we still have the Daniel Bryan video up. We still have the Shield video up. And then we'll be having a couple more videos about the 2K game coming up soon, as well as the Paul Heyman video. You guys are going to be looking forward to that one. But yeah, there you have it. I went a little bit longer this time, but go ahead, Joe. End it out for us.
Yep, like you said, we're going to have a whole bunch of videos, discussions, all the time here. Subscribe, and of course the links for everything are in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all later.